Hi, y'all. I'm Allison. It's been a little bit. I took a break by accident, and yeah, we're now on May 4th, and I haven't set up my TBR for the month. But we're going to fix that by using Just Spin It. I had a little bit of trouble with my Sims game, so I'm going to play The Sims in June. Hopefully, it'll all be fixed by then. In the meantime, I need to find out what books I'm going to be reading in May. So let's go ahead and get this started. Since I'm swapping games and running a little late, I'm going to penalize myself a little bit and add an extra spin. So we'll be doing 6 spins this time, unless the board decides I need more than that. All right, let's just jump right into it and find out what I'll be reading this month. All right, number 5. Got this green one. Oh, I forgot to change it to May. Pretend that says May. Okay, first book I need is historical fiction. This actually works out really good. I've been in the mood for one of these lately. So, let me see what I can find. I always forget about these blind date books, and it says YA fiction, historical. It'll fit. It'll give me a chance to finally find out what is in here. I bought this January 30th of 2022, over a year, and now I get to open it and find out. I hope it's something good and something I don't already own. Hold it away from my mic. Book down. Okay, I don't have this one. I haven't heard of it. Okay, I had mic issues. It's just not going well. But luckily, I discovered it. Unfortunately, there's probably going to be some bad audio in this, and I'm sorry, but we should be good from here on out. So anyway, opened up my book, and I've got Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wayne. And this looks like it might be really good. On October 11 of 1943, a British spy plane crashes in Nazi-occupied France. And its pilot and passenger are best friends, but one of the girls has a chance at survival. Arrested by the Gestapo, Verity is given a choice: reveal her mission or face a grisly execution. They'll get the truth out of her, only it's not what they expect. So, I'm actually really excited about this. This is a fiendishly plotted mind game of a novel. So has anybody heard of this one or read it? It's a good start. Okay, let's replace that with another green one. Weapon on cover. I have quite a few of those. Okay, second spin. Oh no. Did I say I was doing 6 spins? I meant 5. Yeah. Okay. So first I have to take number 1, which is planes, trains, and automobiles. So my book has to have something involving a plane, a train, or an automobile. Pretty obvious. And this works out really good because I am going on a road trip myself in May. My daughter and I are going for our first mother-daughter trip, and we're going down to New Orleans. So, road trip book. So this can either have a plane, train, automobile like on the cover in the title, or as a big proponent of the book. I'm going to go with The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. She's the author of The Flat Share, which I really loved, and I'm hoping this will be a dual POV as well. So, road trip. Definitely have an automobile. So, 2 exes reach a new level of awkward when forced to take a road trip together. There's an accident at the beginning, and I believe the ex, he has to bum a ride with our main girls group because they're all going to be attending the same wedding in Scotland. So, I'm looking forward to this, and it definitely fits my prompt. Should be a fun book. Yep. And the title, the chapters are alternating back and forth. So we're going to have flashbacks to what happened to break them up to begin with and what's going on in the current day. So this should be really good. I'm excited for it. I gotta spin for the star. Okay, these are like extra challenging, or it's a reward or a punishment. So there's no telling what I'm gonna get from this. All right, ready? Number 8, and I have to circle back around, so that would put me at the third one. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Finish a DAC audio. What's a DAC? I don't know. Finish a DAC. I have that in parentheses. DAC. What in the world is this? Oh, I know. Okay. It clicked. I do my audiobooks while I'm working on it. Diamond Art Club, diamond painting. So I have to finish a DAC audio because sometimes those can just go, it could be like a month between sessions of working on it. And I currently don't have one. So I have to pick an audiobook and I have to work on my diamond painting while I am doing that, which is good because I haven't touched those since I think October. All right, so for the audiobook, I am going to hopefully finish up my Halloween diamond painting with the cat and the pumpkins. I'll show you if I do finish it next month, while I'm listening to 6 stories by Matt Wasolowski. I think that's how you say it. And audiobook. This one is set up as a series of podcasts, and I am really excited about it. I heard about it from Leanne at Literary Diversion. Apparently, somebody dies like in 1997, and there's a group of 6 that went out on this trip, like in an outdoor camping trip or something like that. Body is found, and the testimonies were a little, sketchy. It wasn't thoroughly investigated against. And we fast forward to 2017, 20 years later, and a journalist who also has a podcast thing going. He finds the original 6 that were on the trip and he interviews them. And during the course of the interviews through these podcasts, you're supposed to be able to determine what really happened and how that other person ended up dead. And I'm really excited for this one. So this is my chance to read that book. And it's only like 8.5 hours long. So I hope it's going to live up to my expectations. This is a 5-star prediction for me, despite how I probably butchered the description of it. But I'm excited for it. All right, so let's replace everything. Got for the number 1, it's going to be Wheel of Shame. These are books that were on my TBR, but I didn't read. Speaking of the Wheel of Shame, I will be updating that and let y'all know what happened with the Aurelium Academy mess that I got myself into and all sorts of other things where I'd been and whatnot at the end of this when we finish playing the game. So I don't want to derail it. Okay, so we need our star. Wasn't supposed to look at it. I looked at it. I'm going to put it back in here. Right here. Because there's supposed to be a surprise. We can't know what goes up there. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. It didn't add a spin or anything like that. But I still am going to end up with 7 books because only the 1 counted for my 6 spins. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's go into my 3rd spin. Number 14. Look at this, videos all over the place. Buzzword. This works good. I can double up and use a buzzword for this month's prompt. So, I am also behind on my buzzwords. So I think instead of doubling up, I'm going to bring one of my buzzwords back because I haven't completed March or April's. Yeah, I'm losing the game here. Okay, so I am going to put A Secret Princess. This is also a Once Upon a Book Club book back on my list, and this will be my buzzword selection. So it's not going to decrease my total amount for the month because I'm not picking May's buzzword. I'm going back and getting March's, so I can mark that off on my little tracker in my reading journal. And if y'all are interested, let me know, and I will do a separate video for this showing the packages or the gifts being unwrapped and my impressions on the book as I read through it. Okay, that worked really good because I was going to push that book into this month anyway. So let's replace that with Snake on Cover. I think I only have 2 or 3 of those left. All right, so this will be my 4th spin. Number 7, we're just kind of staying right here. Got a green one, and it is a special edition. All right, I have a lot of special editions. Okay, I know I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm gonna put Dune on my TBR simply because I've noticed the 2nd and the 3rd book are out, and they are also special edition with sprayed edges and stuff. But I refrained. I did not buy them because I'm not sure I'm actually going to enjoy this book. I know it's very slow paced, so I'm being smart for once, and I'm actually going to read the book, or at least make some substantial progress in it before I pick up the next 2 books. And I have a feeling I need to do that soon because those probably won't be available for long. So, this Chunky Monkey Dune sci-fi. I did watch the movie and I really enjoyed it. And I know this is a classic and well-beloved, but I think people go one way or the other. They really enjoy the book or they just find it too slow and too dry. So, I'll find out where I fall on that. This TBR is getting scary. This book, I gotta know. Okay, with the terminology, I guess there's a glossary and everything at the back. 658 pages. Oh, I never noticed this. It says, "Fear is the mind killer." It's embossed in there. You probably can't see it. And there's the spine. But it has a reversible dust jacket. I didn't even realize that. That's pretty. And we have decorative end flaps as well. So, okay. Might be a little ambitious for a month where I'm already starting out late and I am going out of town for an entire week. But you know what? That's kind of how I do things. Make it as complicated as I can. All right, let's replace that with this purple one. No, the Year of in title. Like that one comes up a lot. All right, 5th spin. Okay, that one's in the middle, so I got to combine 18 and 19. So 18 is Dalton Pig. That's my son, and he is at work. So I'm going to draw the next yellow one, and we will put that back up. So start a series. Okay. I can't delay this video any longer by waiting for him. And number 19 is Monarch. Okay, his fictional or non-fiction. So I need to start a series that has some kind of royalty, monarch, something in there. Okay, yeah, that's what I want, another series. Okay, I actually lucked out with this combination because I had quite a few choices. I had at least 4, but I decided ultimately to go with Finnegan of the Rock by Melina Marchetta. I really enjoyed this the first time I read it, and I think I've got maybe to book 2. I think there might be 5 in the series, and I'm looking forward to rereading it and continuing on once I do. This will also work out really good because, like I said, I'm going to New Orleans, and I have this on my Nook as well, so I'll be able to, read it on my trip, hopefully. But we do have royalty. We have King and Queen and their children are brutally murdered in the palace. An imposter seizes the throne, and a curse binds all who remains within Lumitier's walls. So we have our main guy, Finnegan. He is going to be trying to break this curse. And it was really good the first time I read it. So I'm looking forward to diving back into this one. When going out of town, I try to just take my Nook with me because then I have options and I don't have to worry about leaving my book behind or it getting banged up in transport. All right, let's go ahead and replace those 2. For 18, we have beautiful cover. And for 19, we have a random number, but it has to come from my Nook. Okay, so this should be my last spin unless the board decides to give me extra. Are y'all ready? I thought I was going to get another star. Okay, number 24. We don't get this one very often. Next in series. I am reading a ton of series right now. So, I gotta find which one I want to continue. I decided to go with Heart 8 by Janet Ivanovich, continuing on with Stephanie Plum. This series is one of my go-tos for whenever I go out of town and like reading on a plane or anything like that, because I'm so familiar with characters, especially at the very beginning of the series, because I've read them so many times. So it works out really good. I can just pick it up, and if I have a little bit of free time, I can read for 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever, put it down and easily jump right back in. So I'm going to stick with my tried and true and just go with Stephanie Plum. Also, the other thing is, when I'm not on vacation and I read one, I feel like I'm on vacation because she travels with me everywhere I go. So right now she makes me think of Vegas, but I guess she's going to be going to New Orleans next. Okay, so got it. All right, we'll replace that one next time. So if you've been keeping up with my channel, you know I just kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a little bit, and I am sorry, that was not intentional. I just took a little break after doing all those videos so back to back, and my little break kind of went longer than I intended to. And yeah, you know, sometimes you just got to step back and regroup. So I do have a lot of footage that I just never downloaded. I couldn't face editing anymore at that point, and if y'all are still interested in it, I will get those videos done and you can see how my Aurelium mess kind of played out, and I will give you an update on that. I also do have some other new ideas I want to try, but I don't know if I'm going to get to them in May. I may save them for June. We will have to see. I will have another video coming up with the other books that I will be reading for May, because I have my extra challenges, and I know I at least have one or probably two spins on the Wheel of Shame. I haven't updated my stats on my reading journal since March, so I've got to do a little bit of catch up. I really am just kind of really sidetracked me from everything, and now I got to go clean up my mess. But you know, I'm not worried about it. That's what I'm here for, the long haul, and I needed to step back so I didn't burn out completely. So I'm sorry if y'all are wondering where I went and why I wasn't responding. So yeah, I just kind of checked out for a little bit. So I was locked out of my Sims game. I had some trouble with that, and this video was already late, so I didn't want to delay it any farther by fighting it. That's why this Just Spin It is back this month. I will bring The Sims back in June, and July I will have another special themed board for Just Spin It. And like I said, I've got 2 other games developed in the back of my head, and I'm just waiting until I catch up a little bit, and then we'll be introducing those too. So there is going to be a lot coming up, and I hope you will be back to join in on that with me. And if you haven't subscribed, maybe you will. All right, I hope y'all have a great reading month, and since it is May 4th, I have to say it, May the 4th be with you. I'll see y'all next time. Bye now.